What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. MaxCap podcast. Vic, G, how we doing?
We're living. We're living.
We're on a Saturday today. We're shooting on a Saturday today. Feels pretty good.
Beautiful weather outside. Tortuga out in Fort Lauderdale. You went to the fight last night.
Yes, sir. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
How was that?
Bellator. Unbelievable. Amazing venue that they've got over there. Everything's crisp and clean and brand new. I think they seat about 8,000 people. They can fit about 8,000 people in there. And the fights were, as the first time being live at MMA fights. And shout out, look him up, Roman FARALDO, number 4, top 10 ESPN with the flying knee. Is that what they call it?
Flying knee.
A flying knee. My guy, Roman.
Right through the guard, flush on the chin.
Well, let's talk about the fact that he pointed at him before he did it. I mean, first the point, then the knee. I think that's what the bottle girl had on her sign.
He's a badass, man. That was nice. That was very, very impressive. Probably one of the nastiest KOs I've seen.
You're a bad motherfucker.
Sick.
You're a bad motherfucker, Roman.
Yes,
that's all I got to say about that.
What's good, G?
Not much, man.
How's everything on the hardwood?
Everything's going well. I'm trying to put a bet in as we speak. Actually, that's why I'm not engaged with you guys.
You do your thing, man.
I'm trying to take Gardner-Webb with the 20 points here, people.
Okay.
I'm trying here. Listen, people. This is 9 years I've been betting sports gambling. For the past 8 years, I've got my ass handed to me early on the NCAA hardwood slate. Okay, so I'm flipping everything. Guys, listen to me. This is 8 years running now. Well, this is 9 years running now. I'm sorry. Take the points, please. Just take the points. The favorites might win, but trust me, those double-digit spreads, just take the points. Trust me.
It's very hard to cover those double-digit spreads.
I'm on a few things right now. I'm on Mercer. I took the 4.5 points against Winthrop. They're up 38-27 at halftime. I took Georgetown minus 16.5. They're down 16 at halftime. I took Air Force with the 15.5 with the 16 points. They're down 3 with 3:35 left. And then I took UCF with the 3.5 points that gave them, and they're up 11 with 7 minutes left.
Yeah, I saw that. They're winning outright. So that one.
Take the points.
Yeah, take the points.
Learn from Keezy.
Yeah, I like taking points. Not always, though. We'll lay some points, too. I mean, it really is case-by-case basis. The one thing I would say in the hardwood, like, on Tuesday night, there were, like, 200 basketball games.
Yeah.
You know, I had 3 picks. It's got to stay selective. Especially in the beginning of the year, you haven't seen these teams play yet. So you really don't know. Stop acting, by the way, stop acting like you know.
Yeah.
You don't. Like, you know, find an angle you like and then pick that game, but less is more, less is more, less is more. By the way, just want to point out for the podcast, so obviously we're doing this on YouTube, but we also have decided to adopt Discord for the podcast. And the reason being is we feel like we need more. We want to give you guys more interaction. And we know, we don't only talk about sports betting on here, but a lot of the people that watch the pod do watch sports bet or do bet on sports. That's the place you want to go if that's what you're interested in, because we're having conversations in there about certain games. We actually encourage you guys to jump in on that conversation. And then we also post, at least I'm posting all my picks this week. Yep. So anyone who's interested in that, in the betting side of things of the podcast, I know you might not have Discord right now. Do yourself a favor. Download Discord. It takes 2 seconds, and you'll get access to everything that we have to offer. Because as you guys know, like, we talk about this all the time. Like, it's like real-time stuff when you're talking about betting. Like, it's not really that easy to just make a pick on Thursday for a Saturday game. Like, a lot of things can happen between Thursday, Friday.
Absolutely.
Or maybe we jump in at halftime of a game. Yeah. It will all be in the Discord. So that's what y'all are interested in. Check it out. And if you have questions about how to use it, let us know. We'll walk you through it. So just want to make that point too.
Yes, sir.
I think earlier you said Alabama State.
So I do have.
Hold on, Keezy. Vic, you got some action here? I see a live game on right here,
Michigan.
Guy.
One of my buddies actually asked me this morning what to take. I told him take Michigan money line.
Okay.
And then we're going to take Michigan college men's basketball against Prairie View.
Prairie View. We're going to
bully
Prairie View.
He got it in at 22.5. So That's on your list.
That's on my list. Prairie View's on the list. The Bully list. Bully. Yep, along with Chicago State, Houston Baptist, Prairie View. Who else do I have on there? I have one. Mississippi Valley. That's who it is.
Good luck.
Heard it first.
Bully those guys.
Yeah.
So what is it, Keys?
What is what?
Alabama State.
Alabama State.
Alabama State was in there, and there was one more. You got to check the Discord.
Check the Discord? I didn't even see what you
just died.
I didn't see what you posted today. I didn't post today in the Discord, actually. I just took pics.
Well, to be honest, I woke up completely hungover from last night, hence the sunglasses on right now.
I don't see it.
You're a rock star.
And so, no, they're not in my picks because they're not official yet. Because I said I was looking at those games.
Oh, in the Slate Talk.
Yeah.
Rock star life.
Jesus
right.
Christ, Coop.
I think you shine best
That's a lot of info, Coop.
You shine best when the lights are bright. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I feel very comfortable and very at home at the Hard Rock Casino. In fact, I sat down at the table 3 different times.
Did you?
At the blackjack table.
Whoa.
We left the winner all 3 times. Not big. Couple $100 here, couple $100 there. That'll pay for your night.
Pay for the night.
You know?
And a little
some,
more.
And some.
Love it.
I came home with more money than I left the house.
There you go.
So, yeah, it's like you said. That's where, like we should all buy a house in Vegas. I think. I don't see any reason why not to.
Let's do it.
Yeah. In the meantime, we got the Hard Rock, and it kind of feels like Vegas when you're in there.
Yeah.
So,
definitely does.
Sportsbook's still not open in there, right?
The sportsbook's not open yet, but I know where it's going. So you know where the fights took place last night, which is like where the comedy.
Yes.
So there's the arena, right, that I was in, and then next to that is a comedy club.
Correct.
And they don't use it that much. That's the sports.
Right across from those blackjack tables or like the circus games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I asked the guy, and he told me, he's like, that's where the sportsbook will be. It's just not up yet. But they're making big waves. Like I saw a networking event. Obviously, for my job, I do a lot of like different networking events and stuff. And like saw one this morning, and the head of Hard Rock Digital was like headlining the speakers, and so Hard Rock's coming.
It'll be big.
Hard Rock's coming. Yeah.
I mean, at some point, I think we talked about it as well. They have everything set up to host a UFC event.
Right.
You know, they just did a Bellator one last night. You know, even if it's something like a UFC fight night, I know they've done it like at the BB&T Center, but they have America Top Team right here who has 3-4 champions. Like, you got to do it. You got to do it for the home crowd. I definitely think that's something that we'll be looking to the future, possibly in 2022. Yeah, let's get right into it, man.
It's Saturday. We got college football today, college basketball today. We got NFL tomorrow. That most importantly, I think. What's your record now?
25-3. I lost another teaser, so I'm 4-3 in teasers, 1-4 in the UFC. So I think I'm gonna stay away from UFC for a while. Definitely.
I don't know records, but I know I'm kicking the NBA's ass.
You're definitely kicking the NBA's ass.
I'm whooping the NBA's ass right now.
That's a fact.
Even though I took a hard fall last night, went big on the Bulls, Chicago Bulls and Golden State. I thought the train ride was going to come to an end for Golden State there, and they'd have to regroup. But Stephen Curry reminded me why I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I saw you post that in the Discord too. Yeah. I was like, this might be that they got to lose at some point game. Like,
but
Chicago.
I didn't know Vucevic wasn't playing.
Okay.
That's big for them. That's big for them.
Injury reports are probably the most important thing in the NBA.
Yeah,
100%.
You cannot bet on games early in the day.
Like you'll see a spread. Like for me, I see a spread and I immediately hit up the Discord and I'm like, is Embiid not playing? Like I did that the other day because it was like the spread doesn't make sense, and then immediately you get your answer.
Boston was plus 1.5 all day, plus 2 maybe in some places. An hour or two before the game, Boston minus 5.5. No Greek freak.
There you go.
Just like that.
I've noticed like sites like OddsShark, ESPN, they'll literally like list a Giannis questionable. The best place to check usually around like 6 o'clock if the game's at 7:30. Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I should be, but Twitter's actually a great spot for it.
We're on Twitter.
RotoWorld.
MaxCap Podcast.
That's your Twitter now.
That's your Twitter now.
Welcome to the game.
But nah, even before we started doing the podcast, I got off of Twitter a long time ago too, and I didn't have it. But I would always go on Google and type in Denver Nuggets injury report Twitter and just go look at it and go look at their Instagram page their Twitter page because like Max and I
have been doing that.
Yeah, we've been doing that for some years. Yeah,
I'm like, when's this fucking game gonna start?
Yep.
Oh,
they'll tell you on the Twitter.
10:48 p.m. is gonna be the next page.
Twitter, man. As my little brother Fabian will say, Twitter is so informational. Everything, all the information's on Twitter.
Let's talk about football, but before we do, nice fucking hat, man.
So I dropped in the chat yesterday.
You look like a champion.
On Yahoo Sports app, when a league is not in season, it'll just say off season,
champs,
semicolon, champion Atlanta. And I asked Max, how good does it feel to see that until the next October?
Can you turn to the side? You. Let's see the
this way or this way.
I want the people to see. Yep. Oh, World Series official. All right.
I might move to Atlanta. I love it out there.
I love it
out there. You never been?
It's my first time. Pretty cool place.
The energy in Atlanta is great. I love it. Even the surrounding parts.
So everyone at this point noticed Coop, El Martillo, the Hammer, isn't able to zoom in here today, but we do have him coming on. He's on actually right now on the dial-in. El Martillo, how you doing? Is he there? El Martillo, how we doing?
I am doing fantastic. How are we all doing today, gentlemen?
Good, brother. Good to see you.
I can't remember. I can't remember a college football Saturday that you weren't doing fantastic, my man.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And I'm gonna have to call whoever public relations to let them know that hey, Saturdays are for the boys and El Martillo, man. But hey, happy to be here. Nice little cameo on Saturday afternoon, a little matinee session. Ready to get at it.
There you go.
Do you have any live action right now?
I actually do. I'm sitting on the maize and blue, the Wolverines. I heard Vic, he had them in basketball, but I'll take the other side of it. I got them in football right now. And, that was wonderful. Good time. Penn State just tied the game against them. Well, how about that? 7.5 to go. But we got the Wolverines minus 1.5 here. And that's really all we're sitting on right now. Double action a little bit later, but, what can I say? It's a large menu.
It is a large menu. And when you go to a restaurant, let me ask you a question. When you go to a restaurant, do you order everything on the menu?
Nope, but I might eat a little bit every hour, though.
Let's just say, in this case, Gammy's favorite place may be Golden Corral or Shoney's.
Golden Corral, baby. I love it. I love it. We ate there so much when we was on the road in high school, basketball trips.
I'm more of a prime choice kind of guy. If you're looking for a nice cut of beef instead of taking a little piece of everything.
The prime chain?
We go with we'll go with Capital Grill. Shout out Capital Grill.
Shout out Capital Grill.
Capital Grill's good.
Shout out Prime 112.
That's a
best steak I've ever ate in my life.
You ever went to
Shout out Prime 112 bread
Council
maker.
Oak is fire.
Pretty good.
Council Oak is fire.
Prime 112 though is a different ballgame.
If we want to have a steak podcast, like a dedicated steak pod, you just let me know. We can do 2 hours. Okay.
Cool.
This guy.
I got the camera, man. We could go sit down, eat, and I'll put the
well
camera on. I'll have Push upload it on the back end.
Dude, this guy knows everything to order at every restaurant you
He
can
does.
think of. He
Remember
does
when we were in
not
Vegas?
sell
He
himself
told me
short.
what to order in Vegas.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm a connoisseur for red meat.
So Coop, we were just about to get into the NFL slate.
Mercer. Let me stop.
We're just about to get into the NFL slate, and I already know what you're gonna say, and really at this point, our entire audience should know. But what do you like tomorrow?
Whoa, you're not gonna say today?
Say more.
You're not gonna start today?
He
can ease it into today.
You don't have anything later on that hasn't started? Or you want to go straight to NFL?
If I'm going today, Vic, Max, I'm going down with the number one team in the country. We can go with the Bulldogs against the Tennessee Vols. We'll lay the 20. I see a little bit of money moving looking the other way there. Sharp money. Don't normally do this, but I think Georgia really steps up against Tennessee in the intangible aspect of it. Thinking more of like a 44-17 game for the Bulldogs as they move on to their quest for a national title.
Yeah, and you were on that like on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then I saw it go backwards on me, so I kind of second guessed it. And I saw the line go back to the line in which I played, and I was like, okay, we'll settle with this, and if we lose, we lose. That's all we could say. But hey, we're winning today.
And then that's it. What about?
No, actually, I got another nice little piece here. I put it in our Discord. Please subscribe there and be happy to go ahead and take a look as we give out free plays throughout the week. We also got one on the ice. We're running with the Vegas Golden Knights over the last couple nights. Information with a good thing. We'll lay the 140 against Vancouver. It always seems like Vancouver is our podcast. But we'll go with Golden Knights tonight. Thing we like is we will take Oregon State minus the 13 against a depleted State who is just completely done this year based on what it looks like.
And keep running because we're gonna have to drop you soon. So keep running.
All right. Well, if you guys are following our the pod, I've already told you. Me, Trevor Simeon, Mark Ingram, who dat? We're gonna keep going with the Saints tomorrow against the Titans. Very unconventional pick.
Money line.
Gotta just figure. Right. We'll go with the money line. We'll win it on the field. And then we'll just beat Trevor Simeon the week after. And then we'll be on him 2 weeks after that. So, hey, if you're not zigzagging the hoop at this point.
Are you on the Saints?
Let's just say it right now before you drop. Good Saints, bad Saints.
Bad Saints.
You on the Saints too?
Good Saints, bad Saints. We're on the Saints.
Now, you guys do know Alvin Kamara's not playing.
It doesn't matter. Good Saints, bad Saints. Good Saints, bad Saints.
All right.
The backup fucking quarterback beat Tom Brady.
Coop, thanks for calling in. We appreciate your presence. You'll be back on next week, obviously. And Discord. Everybody, check it out. We're posting everything there.
Sounds like a plan. You guys have a great night. Go Hammer, go home.
Go Hammer, go home, baby.
Hammer, go home. That's awesome.
Man, what a guy.
What a guy.
Cool guy.
He's just it's a sport, you know? As he would say, he's watching a different game. So, that leaves the three of us.
Perfect time for OBJ to go to LA.
Perfect, huh? Guys, hold on.
That's weird.
I want to pause really quick. As we all know, I'm a Giants fan. I'm one of those Giants fans. I didn't want to throw away his jersey. I still wear his jersey to this day. I'm a big OBJ fan. I'm fucking happy for him. I'm happy for you, man. You're in LA. Go fucking put on. Go show the fucking world what they've been missing. Go show the fucking world what they've been missing, man.
That's a risky train to stay on, buddy. But
what do you mean?
I don't know.
Did you forget? As a Cowboys fan, did you forget what he used to do?
You think he's done?
I don't think he's done. I'm not saying that.
Man, OBJ is well and alive, man. We about to see that shit every fucking Sunday. Matthew Stafford. Oh, my God. I can't fucking wait.
It's the real deal, too.
I can't wait for this.
Perfect
Sean
time
McVay has been waiting
night.
for this shit for 2 years now.
Perfect time.
He's been trying to get it for 2 years.
How much? This is my question. How much star power is more than what you want?
They have a lot.
In general.
I understand where you're going with that.
Them, but just in general.
But the stars that they move to get can still play.
Of course. No,
they're
not
still
like
dominant.
They're not old.
They're not old. They still can be dominant.
I'm not talking about age. I'm saying how much star power is too much. Like when I think about that question, I think about the Dallas Cowboys. They don't have that much star power over the years, but there's so much energy around them that they fuck up.
Where was that being said last year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
They have Tom Brady. It's not even close.
They still had a lot of firepower too, star power.
But Tom Brady is the single greatest leader any team in any sport has ever had. So
Sean
you can
McVay is
put
one of the
anyone
best coaches.
with him. He's a great coach. But he's a player's coach. So he's not a coach that. He's a coach that's going to let these guys be themselves,
which is the best thing.
Worse.
Which is the best thing that offense can do for OBJ is let him be him.
I agree, and we'll see how it works. Like I'm not sitting here hot take like Odell Beckham's going to suck on the Rams. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm interested to watch it. That's what I'm saying because I think sometimes especially when you bring people in mid-season or just their first year on the team. It's a lot of sauce. It's a lot of sauce going in the pot. So we'll see what happens.
I think Von Miller is very coachable. He won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl MVP already. He has that pedigree. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, they could beat himself.
Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd too. And Cooper Kupp, he had Robert Woods on the side of him. Robert Woods went down. Now OBJ just has to step into that role and just do him. Like
which is why I think it's the perfect time.
Yeah, I don't think this changes anything for them. He just needs to learn the offense, learn the playbook. Yes. That's it.
He'll obviously do better with no Woods, right? Like obviously, like you said, he's going to take that role as opposed to being, where do I fit in? It's like, oh, now I know where I fit in. I'm Robert Woods.
Is Cooper Kupp the number one receiver right now?
I think so.
I think he's the number one receiver in fantasy.
In fantasy, yeah. So he's the number one receiver right now, putting in the most work. So you got him and you got, oh my goodness.
Getting back to like what they do on offense, I've seen enough Rams games. Their offense isn't that complex. A lot of it's shallow crosses, which is what he does.
Yeah,
he fits well.
He fits very well in that.
Yeah,
it's gonna be exciting, man.
It might.
I think they're gonna air
because like in the same breath, when you say it could be a tricky train to ride, right? It also can be something. I'm not gonna say just like it, but close to the 2007 Patriots.
No,
that's how much I put on OBJ. If Odell Beckham Jr. Hold on, if Odell Beckham Jr. can do what he did with a quote unquote washed Eli Manning, he has Matthew Stafford now.
But that was a long time ago,
and an O-line to protect Matthew Stafford. So
that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but he's played the last 3 years with Bum Baker.
I can't put my finger on why he's not dominant.
So let me ask you something. If he can do what he did with no O-line, no running game, and washed Eli Manning, what can he do with an O-line that's going to protect his quarterback, a really good quarterback back there throwing him the ball?
Great. He could do great.
And open space all day.
He could do great. I
think he has.
But I think you're like you're knocking him right now. Like I think you're forgetting what he did.
I'm a little skeptical of how he will perform. That's
because he hasn't done nothing with the Cleveland Browns and Bum Baker Mayfield. That's why
that offense is
the offense is pretty good.
Like,
but
the Browns
Baker,
offense is not bad.
Did you guys not watch that video that his dad posted? Y'all didn't watch it, right?
Of course I did.
You watched it, right?
That's why they sent his ass home, because he's a diva. He's a diva.
Diva?
I'm gonna pause you real quick. Did you watch that tape?
I watched it.
Come on, Max. You've been hating on Odell Beckham for years, bro, since he was wearing white and blue.
Because he's a diva.
You're a hater, bro.
Because he's a diva.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
I don't like Odell Beckham, but I know he's good.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
That's different.
Hold on. Let me just say something. This is a fucking podcast. If I want to have a take, that don't make me a fucking hater.
No, you have been a hater on him for years. This is a podcast. We could talk about it. This is the open floor right here. So you are a hater on Odell Beckham.
I feel
the same way I hated on the Dallas Cowboys, and now I got to bite my tongue because they're good. You hate on him.
Odell Beckham under-delivers.
You wish you had that talent in Dallas.
He under-delivers.
Under-delivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's under-delivered with Baker Mayfield.
But is Baker
what he was doing when he was in New York?
Peoples-Jones looked all right last week.
Who? Peoples-Jones? Why wasn't he throwing the ball accurately to Odell Beckham? Can you answer that?
I don't know.
No,
I think it goes a little bit deeper. From what I read, I think I wouldn't call him a diva, but I will say he's a cancer to the locker room.
How are you? I'm sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
He liked what you hit.
I just think he's a cancer in the locker room. I think that, like we talk about, I think he's great. Mm-hmm. I really do. I think from a wide receiver standpoint, what he does,
and so do I. By the way,
so when you have that and you're on the field, you're like, damn, I want touches. Why is
has he complained in Cleveland the way he complained in New York?
No, but they're saying the body language. No, people try to talk to him. He doesn't. He just shuts himself out. He like isolates himself.
So when you watch the video, right? When you watch the video and then you hear that, not see it, you hear that, right? From people who already think he's a cancer. What do you put with that?
That is a cancerous move for that video from a family member to go on the internet is in itself.
Odell Beckham is one of the top receivers in the NFL. Baker Mayfield needed to be exposed. No. He needed to be exposed, bro.
Not like that. I don't
Can't waste that guy's talent, bro. His talent has been wasted for the past 3 years.
But then that's the front office. The front office got to get rid of him.
So get rid of him. They weren't going to get rid of him until somebody spoke up.
The Browns front office needs to get rid of themselves because they're one of the worst front offices
100%
in the league. So therefore, the team is going to be a mess.
Hands down.
But I have 2 comments to make. Number 1, your family member should not be posting that. If you were my boy and I'm on a team,
it's not about your boy or your homeboy. It's about your father. Your father posted that.
Can I finish? So you're my boy, you're my father, whatever, and I'm on a team and you post that, I would have a word with you, bro. I'd be like, Pops, like, I'm on a team here. We're trying to win something. You can't do that. That's not who I want to be personified as a teammate.
But he's frustrated as well.
I understand.
It's not like he's not frustrated.
I understand.
Did you watch the video?
But you're the same guy who said that it was wrong for Marcus Smart to call out your teammates, but then you're gonna back Odell Beckham, who he had his family member. He didn't have his family member, but he allowed that to happen.
If that was Kyrie Irving, we won't be speaking about that.
Number 2,
Marcus Smart is a role player.
He wasn't saying give me the
ball.
He's
a role player.
He wasn't saying give me the ball.
But you cannot put Marcus Smart and Odell Beckham in the same conversation. He's a role player.
It's unacceptable behavior in the media.
This is Odell Beckham we're talking about. We're talking about a top receiver who needed to get let go. He's been asking and wanting to be let go for time now.
Of course.
And they haven't done it. So you need to shake shit up. I agree with him.
Good for him. I don't respect that move.
Now watch him go out and ball every Sunday before your eyes.
He's on a great team, great quarterback.
Y'all tripping, man. This is Odell fucking Beckham we talking about.
I think Odell's one of the best wide receivers.
What the fuck are we saying right now?
We're talking about character and behavior. We're not talking about play on the field.
Yes, he needed to get the fuck out of Cleveland.
If a diva move
your boy LeBron James even said free him. Your guy who you love.
I got a question for you. If a diva move isn't wearing a goddamn Richard Mille watch on the fucking field,
because he's like that.
That's a diva move.
Because he's like that. The same way LeBron wears a Richard Mille on the bench in Staples Center when he's not playing.
When he's playing.
When he's not playing. He's walking in with a Richard Mille. He can warm up with a Richard Mille because he's allowed to do that. He's warming up.
I love Richard Mille. Cool. It's awesome. It's dope. But when you're wearing that on the field, that's a diva move. Like, that's almost the definition of a diva.
How's that a diva move? He got money. He could do whatever the hell he wants to do.
But I think it's different.
Jamar Chase is playing with a mouthful right now. Every Sunday, he got a mouthful of goals.
They all do it, though. Like,
that's diva shit, too.
Nah, the watch is a fucking...
Golds in your mouth, like, while you're playing football. I'm not.
Like, come on now. Don't point out Odell Beckham because you got something against Odell Beckham. There's a lot of these guys in the NFL that act the same way he acts.
But, G, you're telling me don't point him out. Again, I'm not pointing out his play.
No, you're pointing out the off-the-field stuff. There's a lot of guys in the NFL that's doing this.
You call me
the same way you don't like Odell Beckham when he's dancing and stuff. Von Miller's dancing the same damn way. I don't hear you saying that about Von Miller.
You called me a
Jarvis
hater.
Landry's dancing too. I don't hear you saying that about Jarvis Landry.
You don't like Odell's
Come on,
dances?
You don't like Odell Beckham.
I have
just say
problem
that,
with
bro.
him dancing.
You don't. You don't have no problem with him dancing?
No.
Next topic, bro. You're a liar.
Well, you can't even dance anymore in the NFL. Like
this guy used to send me videos in our fucking college chat of Odell Beckham fucking dancing all the time. He's always dancing. He's always has a bunch of guys around him. Yeah. You're a hater, bro. You don't like him.
I don't like him, and I'm telling you why I don't like him.
I think
there's a million guys who does the same thing.
I have a question. Am I not allowed to not like him?
There's a lot of other guys who does the same thing that he's doing, that he does.
I have a question for you. Am I not allowed to not like him? Am I not allowed to not like him?
You don't like him because he played in a Giants uniform. If it was anybody else, if he played for anybody else, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Giants.
It's because he wore a Giants uniform.
That's when it originated.
Okay.
Period. That's it. Period.
Of course, that's when it originated. But the stuff I'm saying is I'm not making shit up. Like I don't like those types of behaviors.
Right. So you don't like Von Miller. You don't like A lot of guys.
No, Von Miller
dances more than Odell Beckham.
There's nothing wrong with dancing when you get a sack and all that shit. Cool, bro. I don't have a problem with that.
So Odell Beckham is scoring touchdowns every day, burning niggas on a 10-yard slants for 90-yard touchdowns.
I don't have a problem with that.
He can dance all he wants to.
I don't have a problem with that.
You just said you did.
No,
I think
I didn't.
Odell, that last week, how he handled himself wasn't the worst and wasn't the best. The whole video thing, I think that kind of hurt him, and I would have that conversation with a family member. But I disagree. If it was like one of my boys, I can't control my boy.
Correct.
But my mom, dad, brother, sister, it's more like, hey, what were you thinking? You know what I mean?
Or wife or whatever.
Wife.
That's true. And I don't expect, you can't control the people around you. But what I'm saying is I would have a word with that person.
Yes.
Unless I did want to be out. I think he just wanted to be out.
Be honest,
so he probably told him to do it.
Let's be transparent here.
Go for it. I want to get the fuck out of here.
They
just
didn't.
do it. You know?
Are you okay?
No, he's talking about like what Odell would have said to his dad.
I'm saying like he probably wanted that to happen just because he needed it out.
So hold on. Let's be real here. He didn't get traded, and this is not a conversation because his dad posted that. This is all a big issue because guys like LeBron James, guys like John Morant, guys like fucking Damian Lillard, and entertainers and rappers and singers and whoever else you might want to say all came out and was backing what his dad did.
And here's another issue I have with that.
That's why it's a problem.
A lot of these star players now feel entitled where they can dictate where they go, and that's not the case. You're an employee of an organization. I have a huge issue with that, where players will do everything in their power. Like, okay, it's different with Ben Simmons only because, who knows, maybe he is going through some crazy shit in his head. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, go look at the playoff performance. Literally a 2-foot layup or a 2-foot dunk is dumping it off. Like, who knows what he's going through.
Yeah.
Correct. But I feel like at the end of the day, these players now have too much power. They can do whatever they want. They can dictate.
But who started this? Your guy.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah.
He started all this.
Absolutely.
I actually stand on the other side of that. I actually, because as an employee of a company, that company doesn't own me. Like, they don't. And there's no difference. Like, with athletes, it's the same. And the problem is there's been this misconception for decades around the fact that, like, oh, you have a contract, like you're on this team, like you should stay with this team forever. Even when your contract ends, you should re-sign. And as of late, because of, I think LeBron started it, athletes are taking more control of their career and their future. And I'm actually all for that. I'm just not for the way that some people might go about doing it.
But there's certain athletes, though, that can't just go and say, I want to be traded. Ben Simmons, key example.
Well, he's untradeable.
What do you mean he's untradeable? He wants to be traded.
He's untradeable.
But like,
right
no
now.
one wants.
No one.
Nobody wants him. But there's been people who want to trade for him, and the Sixers are breaking off talks with them
because they're not getting what they feel like they should get.
All right, then. So the same concept. If the Browns say they don't feel they can get what they want to get, if he just goes there nicely and asks for a trade, goddamn right he needs to shake shit up to get the fuck out of there.
Oh, that's what he did. Yeah. So like at the end of the day, he basically did what he did, and he got what he was trying to get. So good for him. You know, like. Good for him. It's just for me personally, I would go about it how Dame Lillard is going about it. That's what that's my brand. That's who I am as a person, as an employee, as a teammate, as a coach. I'm more like the Dame Lillard type. And, you know, granted, he's not getting traded right now, but at the end of the day, he's got all his integrity, he's got his pride, and he does things the right way. Like, so that's how personally I would go about doing it. But again, I want to get back to what I'm saying is that I believe that players should be able to control their career. If I want to leave my company right now, I can leave and I can go work for someone else.
And I'm cool with that.
You know, but if I have to sabotage my team, fuck over my boss, say I'm closing these deals and then they don't close and then I leave, that's the wrong way to leave.
So here's my
opinion.
What I meant by it is you just signed a 5-year contract, $100 million guarantee. Year 2, now you're saying you want to leave. You already got the guarantee money.
It's a little fucked up.
It's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I can understand why the owner's pissed. You just gave $100 million and now what? Like, I got to trade you?
Yeah. No, hold on, wait. The Giants paid most of that.
No. I'm speaking in general.
Oh, okay.
You know,
just
someone just signed a 5-year contract.
Yeah.
That's where I'm, there's that gray area.
There's the right and wrong way to leave a company.
Yes.
Whether it's sports or whatever, there's the right and wrong way to leave. Now, sometimes you do have to do what you have to do.
Max.
And this might have been one of those situations.
No matter what way you leave a
Tom
company.
Brady.
No matter what way you leave a company,
back.
any company for that matter, whether it's like one of us and it's one of our companies or an athlete, right? As long as you possess the talents, they don't give a fuck what the fuck you did at your previous job.
Right.
They don't.
Correct.
As long as you can complete the task that they're asking for, period.
Correct.
That's it. Everything else goes out the window.
That's facts. That's facts right there. That's facts. The company doesn't care what happened at my last company.
Don't.
If they believe in you, they'll hire you. Right? So I think it's the same here. I mean, it's just, yeah. So
if he goes out and balls and say they do what the Bucks did and they win a Super Bowl with all those new faces.
By the way, you like to yell at me, so I'm going to put this on the record right now. I'm not saying Odell Beckham is going to go to the Rams and do bad. That is not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying.
Monster second
half. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, he's on my fantasy team, and I'm gassed about this.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So again, it's not a talent thing with me. I just think there's like championship DNA. We'll see if he's got, and it's not really all up to him. He's really just one piece on that team, and he does fit in almost too well. Like, it's almost just too much star power there. It worries me a little bit, and I'm really interested to follow the Rams this season. So, what else?
I got our second healthy topic over here.
Okay,
Aaron Rodgers. What's going on there?
I'll let you go first.
The Rodgers thing, first of all, I'm not a very political person, but over the last, 18 months with the pandemic, I've got my opinions on the way things have been handled with COVID and things like that. And he's off his rocker, first of all. Rodgers. He's wrong. Okay? And he's not wrong because he's not vaccinated. He's wrong because he's so, selfish and self-centered that he did lie about that in a way, in a backwards way. He lied, and I think he admitted to that. And again, I work at a company, right? When the company has rules, you have to follow them. My company right now, if you're not vaccinated, you can't do anything outside of your house. You can't go to an ecosystem event. You can't go to meetings in person, right? And I would have to follow that if I was not vaccinated or if I was, whatever it is. And so he totally messed that up because he wasn't following any of the protocols. He was acting literally this is 10 weeks in the season. He was acting as if he was vaccinated. He was abiding by the laws as if he was vaccinated within the organization. So he lied to the organization. I think they knew about it, but he lied to them. He lied to his teammates. Again, and maybe not directly lying, but you have to do what you're supposed to be doing. Carson Wentz walks around with a mask. He's not vaccinated. So it's a betrayal in some sense. You think you're above the law. That's what I think it is. He thinks he's above the law. And it could have made them forfeit a game. If he did spread it somehow, which by the way, as we know, anyone can spread COVID, whether you're vaccinated or not.
Yep.
So, that's a whole nother topic. But just the fact that he acted as if he was vaxxed and he wasn't is really, an integrity thing from my perspective.
I think, basically said he took the words out of my mouth. I completely agree with what you say. I think we should be given that personal choice to do whatever we want with our body.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's rules. Rules are the rules. And that's that. But I bring that up before. Actually, I want to hear your take on it before I go on to the next thing.
I'm a big guy. What you see is what you get, right? Rodgers is arrogant. That's what you're gonna get, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Suck it up, whoever it is, right? Suck it up. 2, I'm on the other side of that, Max. I don't really think this is a big deal. I don't think COVID is a big deal personally myself anymore. I think the team knew. I think management knew. I think his teammates knew that he wasn't vaccinated. And I think himself included, he thought he was going to be able to skate free and not catch COVID. And not catch COVID because he's that dude. You know what I'm saying? He walks like he's that dude. He got that chip on his shoulder. But it comes back to what I just said before. If you possess the talents, if you really like that, nobody gives a fuck. He's going to come back. He's going to come back. He's eligible. He passed he cleared all the protocols.
I think today we'll find out, right?
No, they said it. He cleared everything, but it's up to Green Bay now to just hit the reinstate button.
So the thing about that though, G, is I agree with you, right? Like if you're an individual contributor, right? Like I'm a salesperson.
Mm-hmm.
I have a quota and I have to hit that quota. Like, and if I produce, my company's gonna be happy. And if I don't, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
This is team sports. So I think you have to follow the rules of the league and the rules of your team. Because if not, you're really you're not a great leader.
I mean, the only thing that happened here was he got COVID. And before that, he was acting like he got the vaccine.
Right, but
other than that, no harm, no foul.
But it's a big distinction because it's like there are rules in our locker room.
Yeah, there's rules.
And if you're a backup cornerback and you're not vaccinated, that's not happening. So now you're talking about, I like the leader who's going to lead by example. You know, I do love Rodgers too.
I just thought about it. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just thought about it. I'm going to go to basketball really quick because there's way too many players for me to think about in football. But if that's Prince Achuwaka, whatever his name was, that the Heat drafted, right? Say that's him acting like he was vaccinated and he wasn't, right? He might be kicked off the team. But if it's LeBron James, it's different rules, different regulations.
It is, and everyone knows.
You know
everyone
what I'm saying?
knows that's
so it's
how
like,
it works.
why are we talking about this? I mean, like the media, not us.
Yeah.
Like, why is the media talking about this when nothing's gonna happen? It's Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
They're gonna reinstate him. They want to win football games. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's Aaron Rodgers we talking about. That's why I'm like, okay, it's not like
we all know stars get
Joe Schmo.
Preferential treatment. I mean, LeBron probably decides what they're fucking eating for dinner every night. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know that's how it goes.
You know, I laugh because he probably does.
He probably does. Like, not only where they're going out, but like, what type of food are we catering?
Yeah,
shit, it's probably his chef.
Yeah, it probably is.
So like, you know, we all know that's how it goes, but at the same time, I just think it's different here when
we do have to follow rules,
health and safety protocols and stuff like that. It's different. Like,
he should have just said it. That's where else I'm at.
Just wear your mask, bro,
or just wear the mask.
Because not because I believe that's gonna save the world. That's just the rules of the league. Mm-hmm. That's just the rules of your employer. Like, you know, I wouldn't go to a meeting, you know, and lie about that because it's not that hard to do. Like, no one's telling you got to get vaccinated, bro. We're just saying, like, if when you're talking into a microphone, wear a mask. If you're not, and again, we could talk about that. And
Rudy Gobert moment.
Everyone would hear my opinions, and half of you guys would hate them. But I just think rules are rules, and he lied about it. Yeah. And so I kind of...
He lost a medical sponsor.
And they lost the game because of it. So
they lost the game, yeah. Who knows if they would have won with him though? But that's a different topic. But like, he lost an endorsement. He was being endorsed by some hospital or something like
probably
that.
Probably some liberal shit.
Yeah, and they dropped him. I'm like, dude, you just dropped this guy because he lied about being vaccinated. I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't need anybody.
He doesn't need shit.
He doesn't need the Packers.
Yeah.
He doesn't need his sponsors. Apparently, he's not tight with his family.
So I heard from a little birdie.
Him and his brother have like...
Yeah.
Guys, I do want to mention this. I'll do it. There's
was that the filter?
Because I thought about this for a while, but I did hear from a little birdie that Aaron Rodgers would consider to come to the Miami Dolphins.
That'd be fire.
And Devontae Adams.
That would be awesome.
I'm all for that. I'm just gonna leave that there. You guys can do what you want with it.
I could see it because he's thinks he's a shit. Why not come to Miami? Yep. Guys, let's get to picks.
So that's actually one of the games. That's why I brought those two topics up.
Gardner Webb, they're winning. Yeah. So
Packers are 3.5 at home, right? We don't know if Rodgers is still playing, and we don't know if Russell Wilson's playing. So where do you lean here?
Well, no, I think Russell Wilson is going to play, which is another.
I know the doctor said he can play.
Yeah,
but are they going to risk that?
Right. I did think though, like a part of me going back to the Odell Beckham saga, I thought he was going to really sign with Seattle. I thought he was going to sign with Seattle.
That would have been cool. Yeah.
Russ is a winner.
TK.
Pete Carroll's a Super Bowl winning coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but I was like.
But the diva got to go to L.A., bro.
Yeah.
The diva got to go to
LeBron.
L.A.
Super marketable there.
Yep.
He's got his buddy LeBron there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
by the way, I think LeBron becomes like his mentor now. I think the off-field shit that you see that a lot of us, because by all means, when he was in New York, there was a lot of off-field shit that I didn't like too. I'm gonna put that out there too. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I accept everything he does.
Let's not even talk about the boat trip.
But we're not gonna get on.
That's
the boat
the only issue I had.
Like y'all, bro,
there was a
like,
boat trip. He's fucking throwing temper tantrums on the sideline, busting his head open with the fucking kicking it. Like
I'll admit, it, obviously I don't like the Giants, but you have to admit too, like the shit I'm saying doesn't just come. I'm not like looking for things to hate on it for. Like these things happen, and I'm like, bro, this cat's crazy.
Yeah, but where I was going at with that is that we haven't seen that since New York. So that's why I'm like, cut him a slack, cut him some break.
He's been better behaved in Cleveland.
Yeah,
he has been.
Yeah,
but he also hasn't had that level of production. So it's like his head ain't so big.
I think he turns up, and I think LeBron mentors him now. Like I really think LeBron gets in his head.
Are they boys like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if I'm a mentor, I don't know if I want to take him under my wing.
If anybody, I think it's LeBron. LeBron, who?
But on that game,
because
I want us to be able to give some of these picks out on that game. If Rodgers plays, they're winning the game. But that spread is like, I don't know if he's playing.
Correct.
I don't think he's playing with that spread.
I don't either.
Vegas knows more than we know.
Which is why I liked the Seahawks if Rodgers doesn't play at 3.5.
Is that your first underdog pick of the season?
No.
I'm
just kidding. I know you've got
took
some
a few.
underdogs.
Yeah.
But game of the week for me, Gigi's golden ticket is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers smacking the Washington football team. And 9.5, buy that. They'll win the game by 10. That's a no-brainer. I mean, that's just, it is what it is.
Are they on the road?
They're at Washington.
Tampa's at Washington. Washington. They're healthy now again. They're getting players back. They rest, Gronk didn't play last week. AB didn't play as well. They're getting those guys back.
I don't think AB's playing. AB's ruled out, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, somebody else is ruled out. Who's ruled out too? There's somebody big. I forgot. Somebody's ruled out though. There's a lot.
I got AB questionable. Chris Godwin's questionable. And Gronk's out. So Gronk's not playing. But it's not a problem, bro. They're going to come into Washington and make every fan hate going to that game.
Yeah, you see? Tom
o'clock.
Brady to be without Antonio Brown. Yeah, they announced AB's out. They announced that this morning on ESPN. I saw it. He's out. Gronk's
out.
Gronk's out, yeah. And then there's somebody else who might play that's hurt for them. Godwin, yeah.
I like them. And Monday Night Football, the Rams, OBJ is going to come out, shine bright. 3.5 there. I would buy it down to 3. At worst case scenario, you push. And then Sunday Night Football. I don't care. I'm going to keep riding them. They just need to show up.
The Chiefs?
The Kansas City Chiefs on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Fucking Raiders.
They need to show up, man. And we talked about it last week where the Chargers needed a win to kind of get themselves back into that first place scenario in the AFC West. If you look at it right now, Chargers are 5-3, the Broncos 5-4, the Raiders 5-3, the Chiefs 5-4. So this is a game that Patrick Mahomes knows he needs to win.
Right.
Chiefs,
I think it's a good spot.
Good spot for the Chiefs here.
It's a good spot, and I think it'll be a good game. Don't have an official pick on that one yet. I've had nightmares about the Raiders all week since they lost to G-Men.
That's right.
So
y'all saw John Gruden suing the NFL?
Yeah, as he should.
As he should. I agree. I agree.
He'll probably get all of that money back.
I'm African American, Haitian American. I don't like anything that he said, but
it's defamation.
Correct.
It's defamation. Yeah.
Major defamation.
It's defamation.
Correct.
That shit should not be. He's done now.
Yeah, he's done anywhere.
It's defaming.
That's it. He's retired. He rides off into the sunset now.
On his lawsuit.
Yeah.
What do you like as your official picks?
Giants.
For me, I as you all know, I gave the Vikings last week. I loved them bouncing back from the Cowboys' humiliating loss to the backup quarterback, +7. They almost won that game. But this week, I like the Chargers. I think that they're back. You know, they were due for a little regression. They had a 2-3 week regression. They won last week. Come back home this week. They are 3.5 point favorites. I'd try to get that at 3 or maybe a little bit below 3, but I like the Chargers in that game. And what was the other one I'm looking at? The Jags. Wow. I think the Colts. I just don't buy them. I don't buy the Colts, man. They're getting a lot.
What are they? 10.5.
10.5.
That's a lot.
Jags +11 coming off a game where they shut down the Bills. I mean, you have to have some confidence booster from that.
I agree.
So why can't you keep the game close? If you stop the run against the Colts, you got a chance. So it's ugly, but I like the Jags +11. And to be honest with you, I've said this a bunch of times, and this is why we're moving a lot of stuff to Discord. I like to really feel things out and bet right before the game starts. So Discord, I'll post my official picks. Those are 2 that I'm looking at, and of course, there will be a few more. And also in the Discord, what is it, G? I just want to. What's my record in basketball, in college basketball?
4-1.
No, it's more than that. I know I went 1-1 yesterday. So I think that puts me at
7-2.
I put it in there.
It sounds good.
I just want to plug that real quick.
In the meantime,
yeah,
make sure to watch
7-2. You're right. I was 6-1. Yeah, 7-2.
Max Holloway, the best is blessed. Fights Jair Rodriguez in about 3 hours.
Really?
Yep. UFC fight night. It's weird. He's
Fighting
usually like
hours?
a pay-per-view main event. He's a fight night main event.
G, do you have your football ready to roll?
Mm-hmm.
Or
1 second, I'm checking something.
Yeah, so Holloway tonight.
Sprinkle them in some parlays, -650 is a lot.
All right, so
can't touch that.
The other guy's not bad though, man. Jair Rodriguez is not bad. I just don't think featherweight is his best bet. He's coming down in weight.
I got -800 for Holloway. Yeah, you're +475.
So
interesting.
Let me see.
Because again, Jair Rodriguez is 14-2 and can bang. But the problem is when you weight cut to featherweight from lightweight, that's tough, man. You're drained out of energy. You don't have as much pop. Whereas Max Holloway is a natural featherweight, like skinny guy.
All right, so for football, I like the Saints. Money line.
Yes, sir. All aboard.
All aboard.
I want that guy's autograph.
I like the Chargers. Money line. I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite.
I already know what game this is.
You do?
Yes.
What is it?
Pats Browns.
Yeah, I like the Browns.
You do.
Money line. I like the Browns,
they had
bro.
a big win last week.
And they're in the same spot, +2.5 in New England.
Yeah, that's why.
That's something I noticed as well. I'm a Pats fan, so obviously I don't want them to lose.
Yeah,
the Pats are gonna win that game.
I hope so.
Did I just say that? Oh. I was in Foxborough, man. It's pretty electric.
Bro, we're 1 game out of AFC.
I like under 50.5, depending on who's playing in that Packers-Seahawks game.
That's another one with a lot of points.
If it's Jordan Love versus Geno Smith, give me the under.
All day. And that number might shrink significantly.
Yeah.
What's the total?
50.5 with those 2 guys.
I would probably get it now just in case.
Russ is going to play, right?
The doctor gave him clearance, but do you risk him?
Yeah. It's the same with both of them, Rodgers and.
What do you mean? Do you risk him? He's a football player.
Dude,
go play football.
That's your franchise quarterback, though.
Play.
A finger?
Finger.
Where are they in the standings?
Let's see. 2-5.
They need to win. That's where they are.
They're not there.
They're not. Yeah, they're 3-5. Who's in there?
By the way, there's an underlying conflict there, I think, because
they're not getting in.
He's cleared to play. Why is that even being released that he's cleared to play, but he's might not? So today is
it's the same
remember, he wants to leave.
It's the same thing with Rodgers.
He wants to leave Seattle. So now Seattle and the doctors are clearing him to play. So why isn't he playing? They're kind of making him look bad there.
Yeah.
Whereas he's like, I'm about to go sign a contract at the end of the season. Probably with someone. Is it a contract year or? Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna go sign. I don't know if it is, but I know he wants out.
I don't think it's that, because when you look at the records, right? Arizona's 8-1, Rams are 7-2, they're 3-5, and the 49ers are 3-5. They're not getting in.
Packing it in.
Packing it in,
bro.
Not.
You got a whole team, 60 guys, coaches, front office. You can't pack it in with 8 weeks left when the wild card is.
That's the thing. That extra game, I
that
think,
wild
puts
card
them in
is
a
shot for them, bro.
Don't get me wrong, they're
with
fucked.
the extra game.
I agree.
Yeah, look, they got
the wild card.
They got Minnesota, Carolina, Atlanta, the Saints, and the Rams.
No, they're screwed.
But
But put yourself on that team, G.
With 8
Like
left.
But if they lose, though, like, they have no room for error.
Yeah, correct. But that's why that extra game becomes a little.
Because if they have a shot, the Giants have a shot.
no, they're screwed.
Yes.
The Seahawks are screwed. The Giants don't even bring them up. But put yourself, if you were like a
What the fuck are you doing?
if you were like a receiver on that team, you're not quitting right now. Like you're still trying to like.
There's bonuses and stuff.
Yeah,
that
like you're
pay
still
out.
trying to win
bonuses,
games.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know, everyone's playing for their livelihood at the end of the day. So
Absolutely.
but he's trying to protect his. Maybe he
His
doesn't
value.
feel like he should play.
Yeah,
So
it's his
hold on.
throwing hand too.
Let's
You
look.
get hit on that, or you hit a helmet. Like we've seen it.
Right.
So let's look at it, right?
And no one's going to question his tough Russell
Ever.
Wilson.
If they lose to the Packers and then lose to the Cardinals next week, what do
It's
you do
over.
then?
No, they're done. They're done.
And then you got the Rams 2 weeks after that. In
Then
LA.
you're done. But if you can get those 2 wins, it becomes a little easier until you play the Rams.
Yeah.
The NFL's wild, especially when you have
is.
like a well-run team,
Yeah.
well-coached team, and a good quarterback. Like you can never. It ain't over till it's over in the NFL. So,
Gigi's golden ticket for me is going to be the Browns.
Gigi's barking somewhere in the house right now.
Or snorting.
Browns. No, actually, I'm gonna flip that. I'm gonna go to the Chargers money line. I love the Chargers money line there.
Good spot for them.
I have 2 golden tickets. That's how good they are, and they're both. I said them. The
Hold on. How quick is this gonna be uploaded? Is it gonna be up?
We're gonna
before
get
tonight?
it up. We're gonna get it up as soon as possible.
Before tonight? Before like the 7 p.m. games?
Probably not.
Okay. I was gonna give another one too.
But
But it's on a different
the
on
golden
hardwood.
tickets are the Saints with the points +3, maybe by the hook 3.5.
By the hook.
Yeah,
By the hook.
yeah. You take the 3.5 +3.5, which hurts because I love the Titans. I like taking them. I think there's a lot of value on them, but they had that win the Cowboys had with the backup quarterback.
Yes.
They had that win last week on Sunday Night Football
Against the Rams.
So I'm playing that trend too, where you're a little overhyped and you come back home. It's literally the same thing. You come back home and now you've got the good Saints, as Coop would say. So the Saints, they'll probably win the game, but I like them. And then, and the Chargers money line, they'll win. Lay the juice on the Chargers money line.
Like it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's it,
That's
man.
about it.
Guys,
Heat with the points tonight.
I'm staying away from basketball.
Staying away.
let me take a look.
I like the Wizards,
Nah, don't take
Money line.
even though that's against Max's college all-star team. And then I like depending on if Embiid is not playing, give me the pace.
Money line.
I think they know he's playing. Sixers win that game.
Yeah.
I think he's playing.
Guys,
He cleared protocols.
Yeah. And I think Tobias Harris should be there back.
He's back. Yeah. He
good
played
luck
last
with
game.
your no bets allowed. I just wish
Hey,
you
I'm
all the
kicking the
best,
NBA's
man.
ass.
I wish you all the best.
Every
and
day
no-
you
and
say
nothing
that,
less.
every day I hit.
All
I
the
appreciate it.
best.
Say it again.
And nothing less.
Thank you, baby.
I
On
wish you-
NCAA too. Give it to me. Give me all the juju.
Oh, the football?
No, the basketball.
All the best and nothing
Every time he
less.
said that when we shot the podcast, I went on a run on the hardwood.
There you go.
So let's
There.
do it. But fam, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. YouTube, Discord, get on there. I'm telling you, there's tons of value there. There's tons of value with the Discord. So feel free to jump in and good luck on your wagers this week.
Shout out Puff and Cream. Shout out Puff and Cream.